Grenada is one of the most beautiful and peaceful islands in the Caribbean. Today, I'll show you how I'd plan a trip there. If you're new here, hi, my name's Zoe. I'm a digital nomad who travels the world on a budget. Over the years, I've spent months in Grenada and I travel there frequently. So let me show you how I'd plan a trip there if it was my first time. When you're looking at flights, there aren't too many flights that land in Grenada each day. If you're coming from the US, your best bet is to travel on American Airlines from Miami or Charlotte, or JetBlue if you're closer to New York. If you're traveling from Europe, on the other hand, British Airways and Virgin both have flights from London to Grenada that operate frequently in the high season. If, however, you're traveling from another island, such as Barbados or Trinidad, then Caribbean Airlines is a great option. Since I'm typically flying from the US, I'll usually fly on American Airlines or JetBlue. Looking at the prices on Google Flights, you might see that initially the price of JetBlue is cheaper. But I'll let you in on a secret. American Airlines has an amazing miles redemption rate for many of their flights down to Grenada. Often, it's less than 10,000 miles each way for a ticket that would have cost over $400 in cash. I'll usually use my American points to book this flight as it gives me the best value. So in this case, you're getting about 4 times the value for your points. Regardless of which airline you fly, you'll need somewhere to stay once you're there. Consider which side of the island you're interested in seeing, as that will dictate your choice. If it's your first time in Grenada, I'd recommend staying in the Grand Anse area, as it's central, largely walkable, and there's lots of public transportation available. Grenada is a relatively safe place, so don't feel that you have to lock yourself in at an all-inclusive resort. There are many affordable hotels, Airbnbs, and guest houses that will save you a ton of money and allow you to better experience the local culture. Another thing you'll want to think about is what you want to do once you get to Grenada. The island is packed with history and nature, so think about what's most interesting to you and plan around that. Again, if it's your first time in Grenada, I'd recommend doing some sort of day trip around the island, stopping at Belmont Estate for lunch and passing back over Granny Tank so you can see the crater lake in the middle of the island. There are also tons of waterfalls to explore, like Seven Sisters and Annandale, and plenty of diving, sailing, and snorkeling to be done. If you like nature, you'll never find yourself bored in Grenada. And if you're in the Grand Anse area, you'll have the luxury of choice when it comes to beaches, the most obvious being Grand Anse Beach. Grenada has over 40 beaches, from white sand to black sand, so take some time to explore a few. And if you're into nightlife, rest assured, there are days that Grenada does not sleep. Even outside of carnival time, it's very normal to see folks coming home from a late night out in the wee hours of the morning. From bars, to clubs, to concerts, to just liming by a new friend. Grenada has a ton to offer as far as activity and entertainment goes. And when you're in Grenada, you might want to opt to rent a car as an affordable way of seeing the island. And if you're a comfortable driver, this is the way to go. You'll be able to see much more of the country that way. But for Americans, if you're unsure about driving on the other side of the road, or generally if small roads are not your thing, rest assured that there are many local buses, taxis, and tours that will take you anywhere you want to go. Personally, when I'm down there, I'll usually drive if I have access to a vehicle, or I'll take a bus if I'm just staying in St. George's. Another one of the best parts of Grenada is the food. There are many dishes that Grenada is known for, the most famous of which is oil down. Oil down is a combination of vegetables, meats, starches, and spices that come together to represent the colors of the flag. Like most West Indians, Grenadians are huge lovers of soup, like callaloo soup, lentil pea soup, beef soup, lambi waters, and more. If you're not a fan of soup, you could try another local favorite, like chicken and chips, stewed chicken, or roti. In Grenada, you're sure to find something for everyone. And if you happen to have more than a few days to spend in the Windward Islands, I would highly recommend taking a trip up to Carriacou for a few days. Carriacou is an island that's a few hours north by boat, but if you're a fan of snorkeling, you'll see some of the clearest blue water in the world. But what am I missing? Comment your Grenada recommendations down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. And if you're interested in seeing how I'd pack for a trip like this, click here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.